You are manifesting your fears. Your mind is lying to you. If you've been trying to manifest and nothing's changing, this is why. You're not manifesting your dreams, you're manifesting your fears. And no positive affirmation, no positive feeling or vision board is going to fix that until you understand this one thing that I'm going to teach you in this video. So stop trying to manifest and start doing this instead. So you are manifesting from your fears. Your mind is lying to you. Your mind is trying to trick you. Listen, without getting into the details too quickly, this is part of being in this matrix called planet Earth. Your mind is going to try and trick you. It's designed that way. So stop trying to manifest. I'm going to teach you exactly what you can do. So you can't manifest from your feelings. Why is that? Because you cannot con the matrix. What? Everybody out there is telling me I'm supposed to generate positive feelings about and then attach it to something that I want, and then it'll be attracted to me. Like a magnet, it'll come right to me because I put such a positive feeling on it. Nope. Doesn't work like that. Let's be honest. You wouldn't go to that seminar unless you were afraid of not getting what you wanted. And let's be honest, we're afraid of things. We're afraid of being poor. We're afraid of being homeless. We're afraid of being sick. We're afraid of being unloved. We're afraid of violence. We're afraid of getting old. We're afraid of all kinds of things. It's normal. That's what happens to humans. It's part of being human. So the truth of the matter is you wouldn't go to that manifestation seminar if you weren't afraid. You don't believe me? Find one person who is brave, who is wealthy, who has everything that they want and is doing everything that they want, and ask them if they plan on going to the manifestation seminar. They're going to say, "Why? I don't have time for that. I'm having too much fun doing what I want. I've already manifested what I want." So if you're going to those seminars, it means you're afraid. So stop pretending that you're not afraid. You are. When you try and con the universe and pretend that you're not afraid by focusing and trying to manufacture a false positive feeling about money, because let's be honest, talking about money, it fills you with fear. Listen, I'm human. I understand. If you don't have it and you need it and you want it, thinking about it causes you stress. That's how it works. So stop lying. If you try and con the universe by pretending you have a positive feeling for something that actually frightens you, you will have the negative, the opposite result. The good news is it's okay to have any feeling, literally any feeling, the worst feeling you can possibly think of. It is completely okay to have it. The feeling itself will not create the manifestation. This is where you've been lied to. You've been told, don't be afraid, don't have any fear, don't have any negative feelings. No, feelings are something that just happen. And do not be blamed for that. This is abusive people do this, by the way. Narcissistic parents do this. I'll give you something to cry about. No, what do loving parents do? When you're afraid, they go, "Oh, come here, are you scared? It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. Stop pretending you're not, please." So you can't manifest from your manufactured feelings. You don't even manifest your fears because you have them. You can't con the matrix. You manifest from your fears when you pretend not to have them. So stop pretending you don't have them. You can't manifest until you understand how the matrix works. So just stop right there. Stop trying to manifest. If you're trying to manifest and nothing's happening, it means you don't understand how the matrix works. Okay, good. All I have to do is, if I understand that, then I'll know what to do. And that's correct. And I'm here to teach you that. I'm going to teach you exactly how the matrix is designed. I'll teach you exactly what to do. And then you just simply do those things and you will get what you want. It is a guaranteed system that works. So you can't manifest until you understand how the matrix works. Well, here's something you may not realize. You designed the matrix to respond to your actions. You didn't design the matrix to respond to your feelings. The people that tell you that, the millionaire, billionaire manifestation teachers, tell you to operate from your feelings, they're working against you. They do that because your feelings are the things that get you addicted. Your feelings are the things that get you to act impulsively. Your feelings are the things that get you to pull out your wallet and throw money at people hoping that they will fix you. So they want you to operate from your feelings. It's a very good, it's an excellent sales strategy. How do drug dealers become rich? They capitalize on people's addictions, their impulses. These people do the same thing. All you need to do is feel happy feelings and you'll get what you want. Now, the reason what your brain heard was happy feelings, and people want to feel happy, especially if they're not. So they think, oh, if I go to that seminar, I'm going to learn how to get happy feelings. So the first thing is you're trying to get away from your uncomfortable feelings, which is understandable. And then the second one is, oh, and if I have happy feelings, I'm going to get all the things that I want. This person is going to teach me how to do that. Well, that can be very addictive, even if it fails. And what happens when you go to these seminars? Hey, how is everybody? And everybody says, yay, and they scream, and they're all in a good mood, and they're all happy, and I don't know, maybe they are. They've done some deep breathing, and maybe they vaped before they went in, or somebody came out and said something, and so now they've got them all hyped up, and they're having an experience at the moment that they equate with happiness. Good for them. Remember that feelings don't get you anything. Feelings don't manifest anything. So you're being told now that you're happy, you're going to get what you want. And then what happens when you go home? Do you end up manifesting all the things that you want? No, you end up virtue signaling in there. They go, let's get some testimonials. And the people that go up there, what do? Do they say, you know what, I'm really not getting what I want? I mean, they'll push them off the stage real fast. So they virtue signal. Yeah, it's so great, and I'm just so excited, and I have such a positive feeling about my wealth and my money, and I'm manifesting more and more money. I just bought another house. It's all nonsense. Stop trying to con yourself. Those guys want to con you. I don't. You can't manifest until you understand how the matrix works. You designed the matrix to respond to actions, not feelings. Your actions are the only thing you have complete control over. You don't have any control over your feelings. So the idea that you're going to manufacture a good feeling about something that when you think about it, it brings you stress. Most people, the first thing they want to manifest is money, because they believe money gives them the ability to get the things that they want. And that's not how it works. I'm not going to get into that. Just trust me, that's not how it works. So when people are trying to manifest out of their feelings instead of their actions, they are acting from a place of no control, because the only thing you have complete control over are your actions. You cannot control your feelings. Even if you falsely manufacture them, they will fall away real quick. So the good news is you can't control your feelings. You can't control your thoughts. So stop trying to control your thinking. If I can just control what I think about, it's never going to work. Trust me, the opposite is going to happen. The only thing that you have complete control over are your actions. But when people tell you that the universe responds to your feelings, they are actually taking away the most powerful tool that you have, which is the power of choice to choose how you act. My ancestors said it perfectly. My Norse ancestors said, those who die in battle go to Valhalla. Never in that does it say those who overcome their fears and become completely brave and feel good and happy, they go into battle and win because they felt good before they got on the battlefield. It doesn't say that. It says those who die in battle. What does that mean? They face their fears. Dying means facing your fears. Battle in this case is symbolic of going after what you want against all odds. Those who die to their fears in battle by taking action win. The universe is designed to operate from that. The good news is, stop worrying about your feelings. You can be as frightened as you can possibly imagine. You can be pooping and puking before you go do something. That's what happens before you go into battle. It's okay. Bad news is you don't have any control over those feelings, but you do have control over those actions. And here's another very important tip. Your feelings will change after you've taken the actions that you took while you were having all the feelings you didn't like. It's the actions that change the chemistry, not the feelings beforehand. So your feelings are reactions, not actions. So don't worry about them. Have whatever feelings you want. They have nothing to do with your ability to control your ability to choose how you act. The Matrix is a video game designed to teach you to be brave. This is what has been missing. The whole point of the Earth experiment, the human incarnation on Earth, is to teach you how to become more brave, not more dependent. You realize that every time that you try and get over a feeling in order to talk yourself into taking an action, you are going in the opposite direction of how this earth was created to be for you. Your soul is a God that creates universes and dimensions and things you can't even begin. Trust me, your soul is more powerful than any God that you can even imagine. And your soul went, wow, man, I'm really enjoying creating all this stuff, but I want more power. So I'm going to go to that earth. And in that earth, I am going to have everything flipped on its head, and I'm going to feel like I'm tiny and that I'm insignificant and that I'm a victim of circumstance. And then I'll really learn how to be brave. I'll really learn how to dig deep and take actions from my deepest part of my soul. That's the whole reason you came here. So the whole point of all of these difficulties is to get you to act bravely. Being brave isn't a feeling, it is an action. You know, when somebody is called, when they say, that guy was really brave, they don't say, you felt really brave. I could tell that you had brave feelings. No, they go, what you did, that was such a brave thing. You are such a brave person. They're not addressing whether or not you were frightened. Fear has nothing to do with bravery. Bravery is an action, and you have complete control over them. And if you take brave actions, the universe responds positively because the whole game was designed to get you to act that way. In spite of your feelings. That's part of the game. You're supposed to be afraid, but you're supposed to act. If you want to know, people ask me this all the time. They say, how do I get over my fear? And I say, when did I ever tell you were supposed to get over your fear or any other feeling? The only thing I've ever told you is to take action regardless of your fear. Well, the good news is that every time that you do that, the universe goes, let's give that person what they want. And then you get the experience of, wow, I was so afraid, but I got what I wanted in spite of my feelings. So next time it happens, you're a little less afraid. So you want to get over your fear? Keep taking brave action. And you will slowly learn that your feelings aren't facts. And then guess what? Your fear starts to diminish. So the idea of tell me how to not be afraid so I can take action is having it backwards. It'll make things worse. So here's the other part of it. The elites want you to act from your emotions. So every time, Zohar the Magnificent on her cruise says that you need to manufacture some good feelings and then good things will come to you, she's actually serving the elites. Because what the elites want is they want you to respond from your feelings. Now, they might set you up and might do things that make you feel good and reward you in the beginning. It's called grooming. The narcissist grooms you to think that, oh, this person wants to make me feel good. Then you get attached to the idea of having that person make you feel good. And then what do? They flip the script on you. And then you're in pain and you're in fear, but you're attached to them, and all you want is to feel good again. And what is the most powerful emotion? What is the most easily created emotion in somebody? Fear. They want you to be afraid and then act from your fear. So when you act in a brave fashion, in the midst of your deepest fear, you are acting in a manner that will make it impossible for somebody to control and enslave you. Because if you are willing to be afraid and take actions that aren't popular, you cannot be controlled. So the elites want you to operate from your feelings, not from your bravery. The Matrix is designed to wait until you take actions that scare you. Did you hear what I just said? The Matrix is designed to wait until you take actions that frighten you. So you're trying this whole time to get over your fear, to feel good about things and make things come to you because you feel good. It's the opposite of how it works. Every time that you go out and take actions, brave actions, and brave actions don't just necessarily mean you're taking actions because you're afraid. Brave actions are, okay, so that's going to be very difficult, or that is impossible for me to do, or that's going to take a lot of work, or there's a lot of things that are trying to prevent me from having that. I'm going to go get it. You don't have to be afraid. You can know that the odds are against you, and you might like it. Again, like surfing. Go out surfing, if I can catch that wave and make it, I'm excited. So you can be excited about taking action. It's that you're taking actions that on the surface look difficult or impossible to achieve. So just do that. If you're afraid, okay, you're afraid. You feel excited? Great. You're hopeful? Great. All that matters is that you're taking the actions. The universe waits until you take actions that scare you. The braver the actions, the greater the reward. This is probably one of the most important things I can tell you. I have been doing this not only personally and physically, but spiritually. I am at the place that I'm at now spiritually because I have, if you were here 3 years ago when I started interacting with beings from higher dimensions that travel around in, bright red, electric ruby red spacecrafts and don't look like humans. And everything inside of me says how afraid I was. And I took the opposite action. The reward for acting against my greatest fears has been incalculable. So the braver the action, the greater the reward. So stop focusing on how you feel about it and focus on going after and getting what you want. Never say, I can't afford it. Never say that. When you say you can't afford it, you are saying that I'm not going to take action on what I want because the immediate circumstances are telling me that it's a challenge. You are rooting yourself into that place. Listen, I get that excuse all the time from people who who come to me and they write huge things about how I'm their guru and their teacher and the blah, blah, blah. But when it comes down to doing the slightest thing like signing up or subscribing or getting a session with me, they'll say I can't afford it. And guess what my first response is? It's not, I don't feel sympathy for them. My first thought is, oh, they're not serious. And then I'm not at all inclined to help them. You act from bravery, I want to help you. The people who I spend time helping are the people who've proven to me that they're brave and they take action on their desires no matter what. The universe does the same thing. So never say, I can't afford it. The matrix is not your mother and you are not an infant. Whenever you take actions based on your inability, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough strength, you don't have enough time, you don't have enough, so I can't afford this. Whenever you, even if you don't say it, if you operate from that, when you deny getting yourself something you want because of one of those limitations, on an unconscious level, here's what's happening. On an unconscious level, you have taken on the role of a helpless infant, and you are trying to tell the universe that the universe is your mother, and you are trying to manipulate your mother into giving you something that you want. And guess what? The matrix doesn't respond to that. There's only one being in the universe that responds to that, and that is your mother. And in the physical dimension, mothers will have unconditional love for their helpless infants until they start growing up. When you get to be 3, 4, 5 years old, guess what? Mom does less and less and less for you. And when you start to whine and complain and you have temper tantrums, you're trying to manipulate mom into giving you the cookies, mom says, you know what? You can go sit in your room, and when you're ready to act like an adult, you can come out. The universe is the same way. So every time that you say, I can't afford it, or you don't take action on what you want because you can't afford it or whatever your reason is, the matrix goes, okay, well, when you're serious, let me know. Until then, I'm not going to give you any resources. So when people say this, when they say, I have to wait, I'm going to wait until I can afford to do the thing that I want, the universe says, I'm not giving you any money for that. If you say, I want that, I don't see the resources in front of me, it frightens me, but I want that more than I want to feel safe, I'm going to go after it. I'm going to risk everything for it. The universe says, hurry, get that guy resources. When you complain and you say, I can't, blah, 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 then the universe goes, all right, when you're ready, let me know. So you're being told that. You think if you wait around and save up the money, then you'll be able to do it. And I can tell you from personal experience and observation, it never works like that. So never say, I can't afford it. The matrix is not your mother and you are not an infant. Determine what you want and go take it. There's nothing in that phrase that has anything to do with how you're feeling. It doesn't say determine what you want, and if you feel comfortable, and if you feel like you can afford it, and if it's convenient for you, and no. Determine what you want and go take it, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what circumstances you're in. Circumstances will change to meet you where you're at. The matrix will respond to create the resources and circumstances to meet you where you're at. Don't give up. If you give up too soon, the universe will stop. Again, you'll be manifesting your fears. Don't worry about the feelings, worry about the actions, and you will get it. If it is what your soul truly wants, the universe has to give it to you. Why? Because you're God. And the universe must give God what God wants. But if you operate from your fears, you are denying that you are God. You're telling the universe that I'm a tiny little thing, I'm a victim of circumstance, and the universe goes, oh, I don't provide resources to victim of circumstances. I provide resources to gods who are seeking to become brave and powerful. So again, you're manifesting your fears every time that you try and manufacture a feeling before you take an action. Take an action. Determine what you want and go take it. It is supposed to be scary. That's how you get brave. It's supposed to be scary. So don't act so surprised that you're afraid. Every single one of us is. Every single person who has accomplished something was frightened. Every single one of them. You think you're unique? You're not. You're just like everybody else. Which means you're a god. But this video game is designed to make you feel like you're not a god. And when you act like a god when you're not one, then you become a really powerful god. It's easy to act like a god when you feel like one and you are one. But when you act like a god and you don't feel like it, you become the most powerful god that ever existed. All right, so I hope that makes sense to you. It's okay to go after what you want, and I will do everything in my power to help you do that. I have a bunch of resources to help you with that, and we have the live guided meditations, which we do twice a week, every Wednesday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe and click the notification bell button. You'll know when I'm going on and when I'm going to do a live meditation. They are free. You just have to show up and follow along. If you can't make it at 8:30 p.m., then go to the live section on my YouTube channel, the Michael Denny channel, and you see no shortage of, just pick any one of them and just click it and put on your headphones and follow along with me. I guarantee you, you will have an experience. We have the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. This is an extremely powerful practice that will allow your body, your nervous system, your meridians to handle the higher dimensional energy that you are going to receive in those free meditations. You can subscribe to the Warrior 90-Day Lightning Qigong. You see that there. You can subscribe there by going to thunderwizard.com, clicking on memberships. And then you will see a bunch of subscriptions, including this one. So go there, click join. I guarantee you, if you follow my instructions, things will change for you. We have the Mao Shan practices. So the Mao Shan practices are the single most powerful energetic practices in the history of this planet. I could go on and on about that, but you can go watch the videos about it to see the power in it. And these practices open up the portal within your heart center where your soul is and allows you access to infinite, I'm going to repeat that, allows you access to infinite amounts of higher dimensional energy. And when we open that stargate, we are going to flood this world with higher dimensional energy, which is going to do what? It's going to shift the world up. If you want to be a part of that, using those resources, you can go to maoshan.thunderwizard.com. And you can also go to thunderwizard.com and click on shop, not memberships, but shop. And if you want, for instance, a very simple practice so that you can prove what I'm saying is true, go get the Summoning the Immortals Qigong. I just got an email from somebody today telling me how powerful it was, that it really does work, and that every time he does it, it empowers his connection to higher dimensional beings, and it was blowing his mind. I made that practice so that people would know how powerful this was. Once you've got that, then you can move on. Move on to the Mao Shan 5-element spirit fighting forums, which you can find at the shop at thunderwizard.com or directly here at maoshan.thunderwizard.com. You can go to contact.thunderwizard.com. Watch that if you want to learn how to access and communicate and channel higher dimensional beings like I do in the videos that I do when I do readings. If you want a personal channeled reading for yourself, you can go to channel.thunderwizard.com, and I will be happy to let the light being speak through me and tell you who you really are. It'll blow your mind. Watch the videos on this channel if you want to learn more. So that's it. Let's see, what is this? All right, that's at the shop. All right, so that's it. I'm done ranting for today. So I look forward to helping you on this journey to manifestation, and feel free to, if you want to, the most powerful way to overcome your challenges is to work with me personally. You can do that at thunderwizard.com and look for all of the ways that you can subscribe. And you can also, as I said, get sessions with me for channelings. It's the best way to overcome your challenges. All right, that's it. I love you, my friends. Please be very good to yourself. Until next time, please be good to yourself.
Oh.